Must be July. The Noles continue to bring them on in. Another player, and this one, a stud wide receiver right there in Washington, D.C., Maryland area, prep school. This is a good player right here, Elijah Moore. That's Michael Langston. You can see him there in the video. You've seen a lot of them lately. Let's hope you continue to see him. I want you to be tired of seeing Michael Langston and myself. Just what in the hell? Every time I wake up, there's another message. Well, you'll know that if you like and subscribe to Warchant TV and warchant.com. Florida State got another good player. This one's a wide receiver. By the way, Michael, I think it's a big deal when you consider this. Okay, let's be really honest. There may not be another school in the country that recruits wide receiver better than Ohio State. Right. I mean, every time you look up, there's another slew or segment group of receivers that are going to the league at Ohio State. Elijah Moore was coveted by Ohio State. Florida State gets the yes today. Big news, Elijah Moore, the latest to commit to the Noles.
Yeah, he officially visited on the June 23rd weekend. But this is a guy they've stayed strongly in touch with. We haven't heard a lot about him because he visited early in the spring. But he's a guy that I know the relationship-wise, it goes way back with Norvell and Dugans. It's a guy that they stayed on. And they really purposely set this up so they get the last official visit. Ohio State was in there, Maryland was in there, Penn State was in there. There was a lot of talented schools that were in there, but FSU this is one of those moves, like I've said, when they get him on campus for an official visit, FSU really makes a dramatic surge and move, and they knocked it out of the park. Obviously, he said they're the number one school, and then now it's deciding today, and they got the commitment today on July 4th, and man, I feel like I'm seeing Jeff more than I've ever seen Jeff in my life, which is good. It's a good thing. But it's been a really, really strong day, for FSU, and a strong July already for FSU to get that you see a lot. If you look at all their commitments, a lot of them were small guys, fast guys that are really good. This is a big body guy, can certainly body you up. Body control really good, can go up and grab the ball. I mean, you pop in the film, it's pretty ridiculous just some of the stuff this guy does. I love how he comes out of his routes. He's really quick coming out of his first step on his routes. When he hits the routes, his takeoff is really good. So I think it's a guy that they want more size in this room. Yes, there's guys currently there like Keon Coleman, Kentron Poitier, Johnny Wilson. There's guys in their size, but those guys aren't going to be there forever. Right. Probably not long. So I think they really wanted to address the size in getting somebody like Elijah Moore in this class, and just a freak athlete. Just can do a lot of different things. You can use them underneath. You can use them on the wide out. I think physicality-wise, you see everything. And then, like I said, it's like a body. He bodies guys up when you watch a lot of his clips. It's very similar, actually, to Keon Coleman's high school film that I watched. Just some of the stuff he did, and I think just a tremendous addition for FSU because of you want every position. To me, when I look at every position, you want to have diversity of what guy does something different than the other guy. And so you don't want to have a bunch of guys that do the same things. You want to have guys that, your running back room, you want to have a guy that's diverse and does different things than your other guy. And I think that's what they're building within this wide receiver class. So certainly adding Elijah Moore is a big deal. This is also a guy that's very charismatic. He's a guy on the recruiting trail. He's going to help you a lot, especially in that DMV area, because you could tell just by, with the interview, we did the interview with him, this guy was very capture the room type of guy. Like when he gets excited, it got everyone else excited. I know when the media was out there and we interviewed him, there was a something thing about him that he had an edge to him and an excitement level that you could sense that this guy recruits other players. Man, they're going to get a few guys, just because of his personality and the way he comes off.
6'4", to your point about the height, right? Four-star kid, and a kid that, as you said, made an impact in the room as he was being interviewed. And he's affable, he's charismatic, he's pretty funny, he's got opinions, he's interesting. When you think about this class and what they're building here, you have guys at key positions who could be described that way, whether it's Cromenhawk at quarterback, Moore at receiver, guys that are going to make an impact on the field for you and probably are as gifted as anybody, but also kids that are going to make a real effort to make this class special. We're getting to a place now here early in the month of July where you start to wonder now with this commitment. We already talked about Jonathan Daniels as well, and we've got more commitments on the way. It certainly sounds like, Michael, I just wonder where we're starting to think this Florida State class is headed. Certainly top 10.
Yeah, I think, and two, the most important thing, I guess, from this area is that's two kids in the last week or so that you got from the DMV area. Previously, you got D.D. Holmes, 4-star defensive end.
Yeah.
Also out of the DMV area. I think we're seeing something, the transformation of FSU nationally brand starting to branch out and getting some places of building some pipelines in certain places. But yeah, I think this class can go very high. I think top 10 certainly for me. Right now, if they get everyone I think they're going to get, and then if they get by the time the end of July, I think this class could be all the way up to 6 or 7, or to that point, or maybe even push for 5. So I think there's a really strong chance of what they're building, but it's not just the rankings for me. It's the type of players they're adding and the type of diversity they're adding to the commitment list, because you got to get the right guy. You got to get the right guy. You got to get the right diversity that these guys are going to help with your program. And I think a lot of these guys that we've already talked about, even guys we haven't yet, that I feel like are likely going to commit or is going to make this class even more exciting. So I think they're on a roll, and they're hot as the weather is outside in Tallahassee.
Well, July's one thing, and it's a great thing to be getting these yeses. I know fans were anxious and eager to hear commitments, verbals from these players and this caliber of player. But we also know the season still has to be played, and there's so much hype around Florida State that there are going to be some other names that are added to this list and folks that are on the periphery right now that are taking a good long look at Florida State. There's momentum being developed right here in the summer. The fall rolls around and you get some wins in some meaningful games, whether that's a sweep against the likes of LSU and Clemson or a split, whatever it might be. Certainly a great campaign that sees you back atop the ACC. Who knows what you're going to get before it's all said and done. So right now, this is the momentum going into camp. Lots of names, and you guys are going to want to continue to like and subscribe because our senior recruiting analyst, Michael Langston, and I are doing video after video after video. We're here for you, baby. We're right here all the time as we get commit after commit after commit. I have a feeling that you'll see a similar face on this screen again here real soon. Just make sure you like and subscribe. Until next time, he's Michael Langston. I'm Jeff Cameron. We thank Ben for producing the video as always. Until next time, go Noles.